and this is How to Train Your Caterpillar, a spiritual life coaching channel. You are very welcome here. Thank you for checking out this video and the channel. I appreciate it very much. So this video is going to be about like how to strengthen your connection with spirit, how to strengthen your connection with your spirit guides, and how to sort of develop yourself spiritually. Okay, because a few people have been asking, so you know, I like to try and be helpful, make relevant stuff. So before I get into it, I just want to say again, thank you for checking out the video. I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully you'll find something in it that you can use and you'll enjoy it. And if that is the case and you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I would appreciate that very much as well. So the answer that you're looking for is meditation, basically. And I know that's not the answer that you want because it's not the quick fix. Like, you know, because I remember when I first started getting into this stuff myself, I was like, nah, there must be like a quicker way. You must be able to just like click on a YouTube video and like put it on overnight and that's it, everything's open. But it doesn't really work like that. You know, there's never a quick fix to stuff. Like, no matter how they try and sell it to us, there just isn't. But to like develop your connection with your spirit guide, that's a third eye chakra thing. To develop your intuition is also your third eye, okay? And to sort of progress your spiritual development is also, that's meditation as well, okay? And I'm going to explain why. So, you know I'm obsessed with the chakras. If you watch this channel or my tarot channel, I'm going to put up a little picture here. There's 7 chakras. But it's really these top 2. Well, there's 7 main chakras. There's a lot more than that, but for the purposes of this video, there are 7 chakras, okay? And it's the top 2 that we're really interested in, okay? So this one here is the third eye chakra. Also, it's the location of the pineal gland, so you might hear it referred to as both. The color is purple. And like I said, this is the seat of your intuition and your connection with your spirit guide, okay? So your spirit guide will speak to you through your third eye. And what I mean by your intuition is like that strong inner voice, that strong inner knowing that something is correct or something is not for you, right? And that can be in terms of anything, you know, like a job, a person, a place to live, you know. The intuition is always there. But it's a question of quieting the mind and becoming still and paying enough attention to what it's saying to let it guide you. That's the trick. So the way to develop your third eye is meditation, okay? So it's better to meditate for like 5 minutes a day than it is to meditate for an hour on a Sunday, right? So if you really want to develop your intuition and your connection with your spirit guide, you need to start meditating, okay? So at least 5 minutes a day, every day, okay? Make it a ritual, you know, that you're going to do it at, doesn't have to be a particular time, but you know, maybe like you'll stick to it better if it's at a particular time, right? A little trick to meditation, like if you find it difficult to sit down and meditate, a little trick that I like to use is to journal for 5 minutes and then do 5 minutes of meditation. If you want to know what I mean by journaling, you should check out my journaling video. But basically the journaling just kind of lets you get rid of all the thoughts, right, that tend to come up, like the swirling thoughts, you know, the mental chatter that kind of get in the way when you're meditating. So it just makes it that much easier. And it's such a small thing, but I promise, like, it really helps. So yes, 5 minutes of journaling followed by 5 minutes of meditation, okay? What this does, the more that you meditate, the stronger your third eye becomes, like the more it opens. And the more that your third eye opens, the stronger your intuition will become. So it's like this kind of cycle that keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, right? Like the more that you listen, you know, the more that you meditate, the stronger your intuition gets. The more that you listen to your intuition, the more that you start to realize like, oh hey, that was right, like I should listen to it more. And it just gets stronger and stronger, right? So one excellent way to develop the third eye is to meditate by candle gazing. And all I mean by that is, like, you can get a candle, any candle, light the wick obviously as you do with candles, and just stare into the flame for the 5 minutes that you're meditating, because candle flames are known to open the third eye. Okay, another way to do it is visualization. Visualization helps to open the third eye. I'm going to leave in the description box, I'm going to leave a link to a Russell Brand video. Like, whatever you think about Russell Brand, you don't have to use it, but it's actually a decent little video just about like how to meditate for beginners. If you're interested in that, I'll leave it below. I'm also going to leave a meditation, like a guided meditation that I still use. I just think it's a beautiful meditation. I don't really like guided meditations because I get bored, but this is the only one that I've honestly never really gotten bored with. And it's so relaxing and it's so useful, because what it does is she makes you visualize things, which helps strengthen the third eye, right? Because the third eye, you know, you'll often hear psychics and mediums say that they saw it in their mind's eye, and they're talking about their third eye. Like, they're not actually seeing these things like walking around, you know, they're not like hallucinating. They're seeing it in their mind's eye. It's almost like a picture in their mind, which is why visualization helps to strengthen the third eye, because like imagination, the veil, the third eye, these things are all intermixed, right? So it's a really good meditation. I will leave the link in the description box because it's a YouTube link. YouTube will let me do that this time. If you want to try that out, very relaxing. Good luck staying awake, in all honesty. But you know, if you're going to do anything, honestly, 5 minutes a day gazing into a candle flame will really help you. Because like I said, that inner voice, the intuition is always there, but it's learning to make space to listen to it, for it to come in, you know. So your spirit guide is always around, okay? Now, the reason that I'm hesitating is you'll hear some people say that your spirit guide is actually you, okay? It's actually like your internal voice, but honestly, I wouldn't get bogged down with all of that, okay? Because it's very complicated, and you will hear mediums say all the time that they're speaking to their guide. I personally know that my guide is real, because he may well be like a representation of like my inner voice, but I can actually feel him, you know. Like he'll kind of, you know, when he wants to make his presence known, like I'll feel cold, you know, there'll be like a cold area of my body. It's always on the right side, and there's never a draft or anything, like I'm not crazy. It's like an actual cold area in somewhere, you know. There's actually a really good book. This is called, I'll leave this in the description box as well. I think it's about, I don't know, when I got it, I think it was about £10. It's actually a Scottish medium called Gordon Smith, and it's called Mediumship Made Easy. So this can be a good book for a couple of reasons, right? Because obviously mediums heavily rely on their spirit guide, right? So you may or may not be like a natural medium. You may wish to try and develop your mediumship, but the reason that I'm recommending this book is because he sort of tells you how to get in touch with your spirit guide, and he makes it very easy. Like, it's very clear, it's very concise, it's very readable, but basically it's meditation, okay? It's long periods of meditation, asking your guide to make themselves known, okay? So that's another way to develop, that's a key element of how to develop a relationship with your spirit guide. And like your angels, okay? Angels, think crown chakra. Spirit guide, think third eye, okay? But ask them to come in. Like, they can't really involve themselves in your life until you start asking them to do it because of free will, okay? But start asking them, right? Like, for example, in that book, you know, what Gordon Smith talks about is like, you know, meditating, make sure you're really calm, and then ask your spirit guide to make themselves known. Be like, okay, so what's your name? You know, and you might not find out immediately, you know, you might find out in a month, okay? Because sometimes what the ego wants to do is like put information that's not really true in there, right? But the thing about that is as well, you'll learn over time to distinguish between the ego and between your intuition. That's just practice, okay? So don't even worry about that, because that's just practice. That's something that comes the more that you do it. But you know, the first thing to do would be to like ask them what their name is, right? And then you may not find out that day, but sorry, there was like weird flashes of light happening in the room there. You might find out in a month. It might come to you in a dream, you know, but you have to keep meditating, right? Because you need to give them a space to talk to you, because how else is it going to come through, right? How else is the message going to come through? He also talks about asking, because what he'll say is that when his spirit guide wants to make himself known, he has a beard. The spirit guide has a beard, so Gordon Smith will feel like a beard appearing on his face. Like he'll be able to actually physically feel it on his face. So I highly recommend that book. But honestly, to develop your connection with your spirit guide, what is going on with this lamp? Sorry, I had to go fix my lamp. I've never had any problems with that lamp before, so I feel like that's my spirit guide coming in to be like, I'm here. Here we are, I'm here. Yes, so the trick is to keep meditating, right? Because you have to give them a space to come in. But yeah, ask them. Start asking them to make themselves known, right? Because each spirit guide will have a certain way that they're going to make their presence known. Like I said, mine likes to kind of put a cold spot somewhere on my right side, which I have said, like, I do live in Scotland, like, do you have to make it cold? Can you not make it warm? But apparently not. He's laughing. He thinks he's so funny. They all think they're so funny. That's something that you'll notice about spirit, like once you start talking to them, they think they're so funny. Like passed over loved ones and stuff, they all think they're hilarious. But yeah, that's the best way to get in contact with your spirit guide. If you want an answer to a particular question, now sometimes that's going to come from your intuition, okay? So like if you're looking for an answer or guidance to a particular question, right, sometimes that's going to come through your intuition, okay? So before you sit down to meditate, you can just kind of set the intention for the meditation. Be like, I would like an answer to this. Send me some signs, send me some guidance, like what should I do? Should I go for this job? What is my life's purpose? Should I buy this house? Should I date this person? Should I stay friends with this person? Whatever it is, right? Should I buy that top? I ask them for everything. I'm like a 5-year-old. Like, how do I send this email? Like, what do I do? What should I say? Should I buy that top? Will that look good on me? But you'll start to get, you may not get the answer during the meditation. You might, because that actually happened to me very recently. I was asking about, it's actually quite a big thing. I was asking about it, and it just got to the point where I was like, right, I just need an answer about this. Like, I need to know, what is the answer? How do I fix this? And I sat down to meditate. I actually had a crown chakra frequency on, okay? So the difference between, like I said, third eye, spirit guides, and intuition, crown chakra, think angels and universe. So I actually think that the answer I got came from my angels and the universe, right? There's a bit of hair here. It's driving me mad. I can see it in the camera. I put a crown chakra frequency on in the background while I was meditating. And the answer actually, it didn't come to me during the meditation, but after I finished meditating, I got up and I made a cup of tea, because it's good to do that after you meditate. You know, it's good to like go and have a cup of tea or a biscuit or whatever. And the answer came to me as I was making a cup of tea. Like a bolt of lightning, honestly. And there's something I almost certainly would not have got the answer on my own. So if you're looking for an answer to a certain question, set the intention for that before you sit down to meditate, right? So you might get the answer during the meditation, you might get it after, right? But this is when it's important to start looking for signs, because they might send you the answer in terms of like, you'll have a thought and then you'll see a number synchronicity, right? And that's when you can be like, okay, so that was right, they want me to move in this direction. Or, you know, you might be drawn towards a certain book that someone recommends, or you see an advert for it, or you might see, you know, if you're looking for a career move, you might see an online advert for like online training for something, but you'll keep seeing it, right? And you'll feel very, very drawn to it. That might be another way as well that you get your answer, is you just have a very strong knowing. You just like, right, I know. That's the way that I'm supposed to move forward. That's the thing for me. I know what to do now, right? But you might see like, you know, an advert on the side of a bus that has the answer that you want, or it might show up in a TV show, right? You'll just be sitting watching something and then suddenly there'll be like a scene that's really relevant to your question. You're like, oh my God, that's my answer. So, you know, make sure that's the way to involve spirit in your life, basically, is to like meditate, make space for them to come in, and keep asking them to do it, you know, because don't forget, they are like interdimensional beings of light. You know, they do get, sometimes they get a bit spaced out, and also sometimes, you know, things that really matter to us down here at the time, it doesn't really matter so much to them, so they maybe, you know, they won't give you that answer. But like if you feel like they've ignored a question, you can ask them again, right? You know, and just be very firm about getting that particular answer and be like, no, but it's really important, like I really appreciate it. Don't forget to be grateful as well, you know, because I do sass my guides a lot as well, but I also thank them, because I am very, like, they do help me so much. Like, I don't know what I would do, honestly, without guidance from spirit. I'd be quite lost, I think. So like, I have developed like quite a strong connection with spirit in that way. You know, I do talk to them a lot, but yeah, keep asking them for guidance and help, you know, just make sure you're involving them, and keep meditating. And don't forget, there's lots of other ways that you can meditate as well. You know, you can like, you can do chanting, you can do like, you can listen to shamanic drumming is another way to get yourself into sort of a meditative trance. You know, there's lots of different meditations that you can do. Like, you can have your mantra that you do, but certainly the way to start is 5 minutes every day. Get into the habit of doing it, okay? And you can put on like a third eye frequency in the background, or you can put on like a crown chakra frequency in the background. But there is no easy, you know, overnight trick to it, because like I said, you know, there's always those YouTube videos that are like, overnight pineal gland activation. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, it just doesn't work that way. Like, you have to put the work into it and keep doing it, you know, because even once you've, you know, it's easy to sort of lose yourself in this world, you know, and become very stressed out and stuff, but meditation is always the answer, right? Anyway, so I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I'd appreciate it a lot. And as always, I wish you many, many blessings, love and light. Take care.